QR code menus were supposed to make restaurants faster, easier, and more efficient. So why does ordering food sometimes feel like I signed up for a part-time job? I'm not even exaggerating. The last time that I scanned a QR code at a restaurant, I needed Wi-Fi, my email, a password that I definitely don't remember creating, and the patience of a saint just to order fries. And I know this is going to sound very designer of me, but the problem isn't the QR code. It is the design behind it. Let me paint a picture. You're sitting down at a restaurant. You're hungry, maybe with your friends, maybe on a date. Maybe you just want to eat in peace. And the waiter, they point to the table, just scan the QR code. So you scan it, and immediately things start to go wrong. The page takes forever to load, or even worse than that, it opens to a PDF. By the way, why are we still using PDFs? Now you're zooming in, zooming out, scrolling sideways like you're trying to decode like ancient scrolls or something. The text is tiny. The layout, it's all over the place. Nothing is as you expect it to be. You finally find the food section, but there's no categories. Everything is just there. Drinks, desserts, appetizers, main course, all living together and not really organized at all. And then this is my personal favorite part of the whole experience. When you try to go order, now you're adding things to a cart. The whole experience is like, okay, I came here just to casually browse, not actually eat. And then it asks you to log in. I'm sorry, but why do I need an account just to order a drink? At this point, I'm not even hungry anymore. I'm just confused. Okay, so here's the thing. I feel like this isn't just me being dramatic. This actually is a design problem, because good design, especially in something like a restaurant, should feel invisible. You shouldn't have to think about ordering food. When a digital menu becomes frustrating, it's because it's breaking a few key design principles. First, cognitive overload. When you are at a restaurant, your brain is already doing a lot. You're taking in your surroundings, taking in the people, deciding what you want. Maybe you're tired, maybe you're hangry, which already lowers your patience. Now adding a complicated interface on top of that, too many steps, too many decisions, and too many options. It's just way too overwhelming. And second, poor hierarchy. A good menu, digital or physical, guides you. It tells you where to look first, what's important, how things are grouped. But a lot of these QR menus, they just throw everything together and hope for the best. I have to search for very basic things like drinks and prices. That's a problem. And third, accessibility issue. And this is the one that really matters to me as a designer. Tiny text, low contrast, bad lighting conditions. Restaurants are not ideal environments for a screen. It's often dim and sometimes loud. People are not sitting there with perfect posture and full attention. If your design doesn't take that into consideration, it's going to fail a lot of people. And finally, context failure. This is a big one. People are not exploring your menu in a calm, focused, let's explore the interface type of way. These people are hungry. They want something fast, clear, and easy. And if your design ignores that context, it doesn't matter how modern it looks. It's just not working, plain and simple. Now, to be fair, QR code menus didn't just appear out of nowhere. There are real reasons that restaurants are using them. They are cheaper to maintain. You could update them instantly. There are no printing costs. No reprints when prices change. They could also streamline ordering. And in theory, fewer wait staff interaction. Faster service, more efficiency. That is the dream. And let's be honest, it could actually be great for data. Tracking orders, suggesting add-ons. When done right, there are ways that you could increase the average spend. From a business perspective, it makes sense. But here's the disconnect. Just because something is efficient for a business doesn't mean it's a good experience for the customer. And if the experience is bad enough, it could cancel out the other benefits. Because now people are frustrated with you before they even get their food. So what would make this better? QR code menus aren't inherently bad. They actually have a lot of potential. They just need to be designed properly. First of all, keep it simple. No logins, no unnecessary steps. If I scan the code, I should immediately see the menu. That's it, nothing else. And second, clear structure. The categories should be obvious. Drinks, starters, mains, dessert. Not hidden behind tabs or buried under endless scrolling. And third, optimized for speed. If your menu takes forever to load, I'm sorry, you already lost. No heavy PDFs, no clunky interfaces. Fast, clean, responsive. And fourth, designed for real environments. Big text, strong contrast. You have to think about dim lighting and different screen sizes and people who are not fully focused. And finally, reduce friction when ordering. If you are going to include an ordering system, make it seamless. No accounts, no complicated checkout process. Just tap, confirm, done. It should be easier than calling a waiter, not harder. At the end of the day, this isn't really about QR codes. It is about how we use design to shape everyday experiences. Because something as simple as a menu can completely change how you feel about a certain place. It is the first interaction you have with a restaurant. If the first interaction you have with a restaurant is frustrating, confusing, and stressful, that sticks with you and there's a high likelihood that you won't go back. And yeah, maybe this is very designer of me to complain about a menu, but I think it's also just human. Good design doesn't draw attention to itself. It disappears. And when it disappears, everything just feels easy. Which honestly, that's exactly what I want when I'm ordering food. Because if you stress me out before my food even arrives, we have a problem. And at that point, I don't even want a redesign. I just want a laminated menu back. But okay guys, that's all I have for you for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more videos just like this because I make them every single week. And that's all I have for you right now. Bye!